All right, great Wednesday morning. I hope you're doing well. Cesar Mascoro Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, in with our 15 minutes of mastery that we do each and every day to get you some information, inspiration, and motivation so that you can go out and attack the day. Welcome, welcome to episode number 433 this Wednesday morning. Check it out. We are still talking about how you can change the status quo. No longer are we talking about challenging the status quo. We need to change the status quo in 2025, and we need to stop making it about price. All right. Jeff Bezos says competing on price alone is a race to the bottom. And too many times in my lifetime, I'm to blame for it as well, guys. When I was a general manager, I remember even as a sales manager or PhD, I always looked at what is the guy down the street doing? What is that retailer over there doing? What are they selling that house for? Because most of you carry the same houses, right? Or the same typical floor plan. But a lot of you carry the same brands. And so you're wondering, what are they selling it for? Why are they selling it for? How can we sell it for less? How can we get same square foot house or same square foot home for the same price or lower? What can we do? What can we do? And we're talking about cannibalizing each other, and nobody wins. Not even your client. You may think your client is winning because they're getting a lower price, but they aren't even winning because they aren't getting the type of buying experience they should be getting. They aren't getting the benefit of a great deal. When everybody is trying to outprice each other, now you can't provide service. You can't provide a top tier luxury type of service and experience to your buyers. Don't get it twisted. We may say, look, we're needing affordable housing, and the manufactured home industry is the affordable housing solution. However, it's still about the experience. It's still about being able to provide a level of service that goes above and beyond what your buyers would expect. It's about building value. If you're just about, I used to, man, every time a PhD came into my office when I was a general manager, well, what's the lowest price I could sell this home for? I would always turn and tell them, look, stop working me and go work your customer. And what I mean by working your customer, I mean, go build the value. Are you not worth more than that? Is your product not worth more than that? Is your company not worth more than that? We've got to look at, if you're just selling price, eventually you're going to burn out. And I'm not talking about physically burning out. You're just going to get into this frame of mind where you just every day, it's just a job. But when you are a true consultant, when you leave that sales tactic away and you become a true consultant, you're building value, you focus on selling value. Now every day is an experience. Every day is you putting your best foot forward. It's you highlighting features, benefits, lifestyle enhancements. It's about providing a level of service and a buying experience that is above and beyond anything else, anywhere else, up and down the street, across town, in your state. When you stop making it a race to the bottom, and when everybody could get on board with that, when everyone in the industry can get on board with that, things would truly change. And I know whoever's watching this, if you're a retailer, you may be watching this, who's this guy to tell me what look, we've got to make the changes. The public needs more. I keep referencing the elections, right? The public made their statement when they said, we want something different. Well, when it comes to housing, when it comes to manufactured homes, and when it comes to purchasing a manufactured home, they want something different. And people will pay extra for a higher level of value, quality buying experience. But when you sell on price alone, it reduces everyone's role to just a commodity. You're just selling a commodity. Anything and everybody, just sell that. And so, of course, it becomes about everybody starts nickeling and diming, right? We talked last week about become the type of buyer, become the type of person that you want your buyers to be. If you want people to make decisions, become a person who makes decisions. If you want somebody who comes in and buys, then you have to be the kind of person who goes and buys, who's ready to go and do business. But if you're going to be the kind of person that nickels and dime, that's what you're going to get. You're going to keep getting those buyers that just keep nickel and diming you. Again, we will always have the 8 to 10% market. The manufactured home industry will always have that 8 to 10% market. We're talking about leveling up. We're talking about going after that new market that is out there, that blue ocean that is out there of 26 million families that can no longer afford a site-built home, and they're choosing to go and rent at all these apartment complexes that are being built in your areas. They're choosing to go and rent from these build-to-rent builders like Lennar and David Weekley instead of going and buying your homes because of that, the lack of building value. You're making it a commodity. If you focus on building value, you're going to change things all around, folks. And the great thing about it is you actually become more profitable because people, like I mentioned already, are willing to pay more when they see the true value, when they see the benefit of that purchase, when they see the benefit of everything that you bring to the table, even if you are offering them an entry-level home, even if you're offering them a true product, entry-level, basic housing. When you make it an experience, when you build value, they will pay extra for that because they know they're not paying for the home only. They know they're paying for you, your level of service, the company's reputation, and everything that goes involved in that. But you need to be able to express that. You have to be able to build that value. We need to start building value. Stop making it a race to the bottom. Stop making it about price. And you know who makes it about price? You make it about price. When you're not slowing down to take care of your potential buyer, your client, in a manner that makes it consultative, customer-centric. When you're not doing that ahead of time, before even going and looking at the homes, you're making it about price already because you're just like everybody else up and down the street. So they just want to see how cheap can you get it? Because if you can't get it to me, I'm already getting treated in this way over there. But I'll just go buy it over there. They're going to have it for me for $500, $1,000, $2,000 less. You make it about price. Now, I'm not oblivious to the fact that some buyers already come in and they're saying, look, I just want to know what your bottom dollar is. I want to know what, we already saw this house over here for X. What do you have it for? I get that. But that's where you need to be strong enough, competent enough, confident enough to be able to overcome that and build the value. But you're not going to do it by staying who you are right now. You've got to change. We talked about that on Monday. We've got to improve who we are. We've got to continue learning. We've got to continue getting better. We've got to continue improving our presentation, our process, our professionalism, the whole experience. And when you do that, you'll be able to build value. You'll be able to sell lifestyle. You'll be able to, whether you're on the community side or retail, same thing with you community folks. And with regards to lot rent, man, if you build value, the lot rent is not going to be an issue. It will for some just because they can't afford it. And you can't do anything about the ones you can't afford. But I'm talking about the people that can't buy from you, that are your clients, that do qualify and can't afford it. When you make it about price, that's when things just seem to continue to spiral downhill. And that's not what we want to do. So how is it that we can get this done? What do you need to do in order for you to be able to maintain value over price? Because the industry norm has always been discount, low price. Man, you can go online and look at, it's all over the place. I'm going to save you $20,000 over here. We've got the lowest prices in town. Come and see us. We'll match anybody's prices. You're making it about price. That's the old way. People pay more. How much do cell phones cost? Believe me, these things are expensive, and you're willing to pay more for these, and you don't even get a true buying experience. Now imagine for a home, you have got to get away from the way things were done. When you shift the conversation to benefits, when you shift it to value, when you elevate the perception of the product and of yourself and your company and the industry, people will understand. They will feel differently being with you, around you, and with your company. Build value. But like I said, how do we do it? Here's the way we can maintain value over price. First and foremost, look, you've got to achieve mastery in building value. You can't just be okay at it. You can't, whatever you've done up until now, that's not it. Unless you're one of those upper level housing consultants out there making $300,000-$400,000, and there's some out there, man. There's some that are just wow. But unless you're that, you need to achieve mastery, and that takes work, that takes planning, that takes putting in the effort, that takes learning and being a continuous learner. But you have to achieve that mastery in building value. The next thing, obvious, personalize your pitch, personalize your press, personalize the experience, which means slow down. Get to know the buyer. Get to know the family. Get to know what's going on in their life, good and bad. Get to know what's driving the decision to buy a home. Why now? What is going on? And then make it about solving that. Personalize it for them. And you want to focus on the long-term benefits. Focus on the long-term benefits. I talked about just in the, I don't know if it was yesterday before, talked about retailers. Look, when you've got your display units, trim them out, make them look great, stage them, AC, heat, the whole thing, skirt them, invest up front. Long term, you're going to reap so much more out of it. Don't just bump the homes together, make them just spectacular. Well, it's the same thing with you as your housing consultants. Focus on the long-term benefits. Help your buyer understand the long-term benefits to purchasing a home from you. Purchasing that home, even though it may be $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 more, but what they're going to get long-term. But when you just make it about right here, right now, hey, what's that costing me? Oh my God. You're never going to get out of that. Long-term. They're not going to just live in it today, next week, next month. They're going to be in this thing for years, 3, 5, 10, maybe even longer. Focus on the long-term benefits. Next, you've got to be confident. You have to be confident. To be convincing, you must be convinced. You have to be convinced. And when you're convinced that your product is worth it, when you're convinced that you are worth it, you'll be confident. And your buyer will feel it. Not arrogant, confident. And lastly, use testimonials. You need to reach out to the people that you have helped before and get testimonials from them. Help so that people can see that others have been buying from you, from your company, obviously in the price point where you're at, and what their experience has been like. Don't just, hey, it was great, and Caesar did a great job for us. Go and see Caesar. No. Have them start explaining and testifying as far as giving testimonials on what was the experience like. People are buying experiences. Go out there and get those. When you can do those things, you're going to transform everything. You will stop the race to the bottom. You will be building value. You will help your families. They will feel better about it. You will help your clients. They will feel better about it. You're going to help your bank account, and it's going to feel better about it, which is going to make you feel better about it. Let's stop making it about price. All right? It means building value. If you need help with that, please reach out to us here at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. We've got different programs set up that will help you achieve mastery in building value and providing an enhanced buying experience. Folks, man, we're on our way to the top. All right? It's time to change the status quo in 2025, and we're going to do it together. You guys have a great Wednesday. Go out there, do fantastic things, help plenty of families, and help your family at the same time. We'll be talking again tomorrow for another 15 minutes to mastery. And until then, my friends, I can't wait to meet you.